Ladies and gentlemen, for a long time, people have been saying that it's been a big mistake allowing all manufacturing jobs to go over to China. And this pandemic is definitely proving that to be true. This came out on CNBC. Cuomo calls PPE shortages a national security issue. You can't be dependent on China. And I agree with that. This is May 3rd, 2020. Do you know it has been over 2 months of governors complaining about the lack of PPE? I mean, I heard the complaints as early as the beginning of March. And here we are in May, and the complaints have not changed. They're still complaining about PPE. New York will require all hospitals to build a 90-day supply of personal protective equipment to prepare for another outbreak as states dealt with widespread equipment shortages while battling the coronavirus. New York Governor Andrew Cuomo announced on Sunday. Cuomo said efforts to procure masks from China, wow, they're still making them compete. They have to compete in order to get PPE, all of these governors against each other. And he said it has been inefficient and ineffective and have warned against dependence on China for basic equipment. That we have to go to China for the PPE. I think about that. You couldn't even get this in this nation. You're right. You should be able to get masks and order any of this stuff, and it can be made here in the state. Cuomo said at a press conference, we started making our own in this state. This is a national security issue to me, Cuomo said. You have to be able to get masks, gowns, and whatever medical equipment you need so this nation can run a healthcare system in the middle of an emergency. You can't be dependent on China to have the basic equipment to save lives in the United States. That's what this came down to, the governor said. Cuomo expressed frustrations that the states of Massachusetts and New York had to rely on New England Patriot owner, billionaire, businessman Robert Kraft to send a private plane to China to help procure masks. Wow. Wow, it's that bad. That's how we handle a global pandemic. I have to call Mr. Kraft and say, can you do me a favor? Governor Baker, as long as the plane is going, can you pick up masks for me? Cuomo asks rhetorically. In response, New York is launching a regional buying consortium with 6 Northeast states to procure PPE, tests, ventilators, and other medical equipment to reduce competition among states and lower prices. We can put together a de facto public health system, the governor said. We can go through this day to day in this mad scramble to move masks to where they're needed. High competition among states, private entities, and the federal government have hindered efforts to fight the virus and drove up prices for vital healthcare equipment, the governor said. The governors of New Jersey, Connecticut, Pennsylvania, and Delaware joined Cuomo's press conference to discuss how joining equipment orders will help drive down overall equipment prices. The notion of coordinating together as a region makes an enormous amount of sense, Governor Philip Murphy said. Sign up New Jersey. Massachusetts and Rhode Island will also be included in the purchasing plan. All 7 Northeast states have planned to coordinate their reopenings. There's a lot of business within our own states that if we knew they had that kind of purchasing that they were looking at, that they would either adapt their businesses or grow their businesses so they can buy from them, Cuomo said. We would control our own destiny rather than everyone trying to figure out how to buy from China, he added. The governor said that 280 more people have died from the virus in New York, a decline after a significant increase in that period, in that previous period. There were 789 new coronavirus cases reported in the state, and 9,786 people were hospitalized as of Saturday. I agree. It would certainly put people to work, especially in an essential job. Because, I mean, making masks and gowns and stuff, that would be considered an essential job. And you would be supplying the hospitals and hopefully take care of all the backlog that's going on in all of these hospitals as far as PPE is concerned. I don't know why China, can somebody please tell me why China would be the only ones capable of doing this? And I know it's got everything to do with money. See, they're paying somebody over in China $3 an hour, and they don't want to have to pay the American wages. But in a time like this, when you got a pandemic, you have to push all of that aside and do the right thing. Pay people a decent wage so that you can get these things out to states all around the country that need them. This is not the time to have something like this off soil. It doesn't even make any common sense. But y'all, please tell me what you think. Do you agree with Cuomo? And I think it would be nice to, have several states involved and get a facility in a couple of states that can just push out these supplies. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.